Okay, one of the things that I want to make sure that all of you understand is if you've not had any experience with the rules of golf and teeing ground, let's go through a couple of definitions. Okay, first of all, what we have here, this entire area that's mowed close is called a teeing ground. And a teeing ground is one of the places on a hole where you can actually put a tee in the ground and play from. All right, this is where you originate your play on a hole from a teeing ground. Now, as you play a golf hole, when you first get to the tee, you're going to usually have a rule sheet if this is a tournament. And the rule sheet is going to say what tees you're going to tee off from. And there usually will be a variety of colors. The Golf Club of Texas, where we're playing here, has got like 4 or 5 different sets of tees. And that's because the same golf course is designed to be played by old guys like me, younger guys like Tiger Woods or Jordan Spieth, and of course ladies, seniors, juniors, etc. And you know, it's not fair for Jordan Spieth or Rory McIlroy, the guys that are playing on the tour, it's not fair for them to play from the same place that ladies play from, or that I mean, you know, I'll be 66 this summer, so when you get to be my age and your hair's white, you don't hit it as far as you did when you were in your 30s or 20s. So we have several different tees for different age groups, different capability levels, etc. Because our point is we want everybody to have fun on the golf course. So we suggest that everybody play a tee that's fair for their ability level. All right? So now that we've said that, let's just take a look at basic rules. Whatever tee you're on, here's how it works. Okay, let's say these white markers here, these white tubes, are our teeing markers. All right? These are our tee markers. Now notice, they're adjacent to one another. They're some distant across the tee. I mean, sometimes golf courses will have one clear over to the edge of the mowed area and another clear over the edge of the mowed area over there. Sometimes they'll have them narrowed down a little bit. Whichever you come to, just know that those are your tee markers. And you're looking for the right color because these say white. If I'm playing the white tee markers, I'll go to the white tee markers. They can be white, they can be blue. Golf course I used to work at, we had gold, green, black, silver, copper. So I mean, they can be a variety of different colors. So just look at the rule sheet and it'll tell you whether you're playing the red tee, the blue tee, the copper tee, whatever. And then the rules of golf say, as you go to every hole, you look to those tee markers and that's where you start every hole. That way you and everybody else that's playing in your division will be playing the same golf course. That's our purpose, okay? So now that we've said that, okay, here's the basic rules about what is and what's not permissible in playing from a teeing ground. Okay, within this teeing ground, once we know where these tee markers are, then you get 2 club lengths, and it can be the longest club in your bag. So as you can see, I've taken 2 drivers. In other words, the longest club in a golfer's bag. Okay, there's 1 driver, there's 2 drivers. You get 2 club lengths from the front end of the tee marker. Okay, so there's 1 club length, 2 club lengths. All right, then we've done the same thing on the other side. 1 driver, 2 drivers, 1 club length, 2 club lengths. And then there's a straight line from the front of the tee markers, and then from the line where these clubs end, that's another straight line. So every now and then you'll hear somebody use the phrase tee box. This is why, because that's what we have. We have a box. It's a rectangle of some sort that it is permissible to start a hole on, okay? So let's go through this teeing ground and see if we can figure out what is permissible and what's not permissible. All right, first of all, okay, I can tee the ball as high or as low as I want. If I'm playing a par 3, sometimes people just actually set the ball on the ground and tee the ball off the ground. Obviously, I can't do it with a driver because it doesn't have much loft. But if I'm hitting a shorter iron, then I can hit it off the ground. But if I'm playing on a par 4 or a par 5, and I'm going to hit a driver, then what I'll do is I'll set up And as long as the ball and the tee are within the box, I'm permissible. I'm following the rules of golf. So let's take a look at this situation. All right, here my feet are inside the box, but the golf ball's out of it. That's not permissible, okay? It's the golf ball that has to be inside the box. This would be against the rules of golf, and you'd be penalized for that. That is not permissible. Let's look at this, all right? Is this within the rules? Yes, this is within the rules because the ball's inside the box. Even though I'm standing outside the box, the ball's inside the box, so it's okay. All right? And as I said, there are golfers who, like Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, who tend to play a fade. A lot of times they'll tee off on the right-hand side of the tee marker, play it down the left side of the fairway, and end up in the fairway. If I'm like Rory McIlroy or Jordan Spieth, or for example me, they tend to hit the ball like this, so they'll tee off on this side of the tee box, and hit it with some draw, and it'll come back to the fairway. Whichever way you do it, as long as your tee is within the box, you're okay. Now, what isn't permissible? This is what I see as the biggest violation in middle school and high school golf. I'll see a youngster tee off, and I see adults do the same thing because they don't know any better. The ball is ahead of the tee markers. That's a violation, okay? And here's what can happen to you. In the first place, if you're outside the tee markers and somebody calls that penalty on you, it's a two-stroke penalty, then you have to hit again from within the tee markers. But instead of hitting your first shot, now you're hitting your third shot, okay? Why is that really bad? I mean, sometimes people just don't even pay any attention or they don't notice. But let's say I'm on a par 3 and I make a hole-in-one from outside the tee box. They can actually make me play it over again, and I'd lose my hole-in-one because I hit from outside the teeing ground. So it's important to know those kind of things, all right? So the rules of golf allow me to hit from anywhere within this box. If I hit outside back here, that's a similar violation, just like playing in front, or just like playing on the outside there, or playing on the outside there. All right? All right, every golf course has a variety of separate tee markers. And these are white, but there could be a variety of different colors. I mean, I've seen gold and copper and green and blue and black and white. I'm seeing all different sorts, all right? So let's go through what you're gonna experience here. All right, these are the tees that are farthest back on this golf course. So in other words, this one is designed for guys like Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, or the better players, the lower handicap golfers, all right? Okay, this tee is going to be for the, let's say adult golfers, adult male golfers, okay? This is gonna be for what we call the men's tee a lot of times, okay? That would be the championship tee. This is gonna be the men's tee, okay? All right, this is a tee, I mean, we're still playing the same golf course. And what's cool about it is, let's say Tiger Woods is playing in a group and I'm playing in a group and a lady's playing in a group, etc. There's a different tee marker for every age group, every ability level. So this one would be for better women golfers, for senior golfers, and maybe some junior golfers of some sorts, okay? Okay, on this tee box, seeing that it's the farthest forward and I'm so small in the picture, the purpose of this is that this would be where elementary school golfers and maybe middle school golfers would play, or inexperienced golfers. Maybe some women golfers that don't have a lot of experience or not a lot of swing speed. Regardless, the key issue is whichever hole or whichever tee that a player starts from, they get to play the same hole. They're still going to play the same fairway. They're still going to set putt on the same green. And this is one of the few games where that option is available. And all the way around the golf course, they get to play every hole that Tiger Woods would play, or every hole that I would play. And it doesn't make any difference at all. They get to start on a different set of tees that's appropriate for their ability, but they get to play the same golf course.